see who can claim Big Apple bragging rights. It's the New York Jets and the New York Giants on Sunday night.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And look at this return. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Rodgers throwing to start it off. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He breaks the tackle, and he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, ball at the 36. They go right back to Tracy. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. He's got to gain a 6 there. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Trying the right side with Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Jets football. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Play action with Rodgers. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, New York. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Locke looking to throw. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, it's Tracy. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. That's the end of the first quarter in this battle of New York franchises. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. From the 48. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Neighbors with a catch. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 38. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Jets and receiver Garrett Wilson back out to take possession. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. That's complete to Wilson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw by Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they bring him down around the 34.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Bobby Okereke making that stop. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down give to Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll go for it. Rodgers. That's caught beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's on the move. He's keeping it. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York! The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the New York offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Locked down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Throwing his lock. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Second and 10 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They kick the running back in motion. They're going to throw it on third and long. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Still sticking with the passing game. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Come up first and 10. Robinson sent in motion left. First down from the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever. Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Locke. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The kick by Gonzalez is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Ready to send this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets getting one final go at it on offense here before halftime. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So we have hit halftime with the visiting Jets, and of course we say visiting in air quotes here, leading the Giants in their own stadium. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lock. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's Lock to the air. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
3rd and long for him here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is scooped up by the Jets. And New York takes it back for a touchdown. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets push their lead to 18. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Motioning him from the slot right. Locked to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing off the play fake here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Throw on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Coming right is Hall. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Bobby Okereke making that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. Sideline shot is snagged by Corley. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So the Jets are going to try a field goal on fourth down. Greg Zuerlein headed out. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll hold their lead at 18.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Locke looking to throw. Pass cut by Tracy. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, here's Locke. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And it's 4th down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. Flush down out to his left. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's Hall once more. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Off play action, Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here, following the penalty. He finds space into the red zone. And he has it all the way down to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets can rest easy with a 3-score lead. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Hall. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jets keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets continue piling on to this lead. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw on 1st and 10. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They send the tight end in motion. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He finds Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets this to Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. This finds Bellinger. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 19. He's got him. That's Tracy. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing is locked. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he had the space from...
So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look.
Previous play is under review.
Ooh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Gano ready to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the win goes to the Jets. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be, but even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home, but what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.